Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. And off we go from the German capital. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
You know, how often do we see guys in the league, Mike, that are former first-round picks? They get significant starting time with their original franchise, and then there's a change of address, right? They got to go play for a new team and start a new chapter of their career. Some guys take it and run with it, and some guys we never hear from again. I have a funny feeling this situation he's walking into in Indianapolis, I think, is a really good one for NFL quarterbacks. I think he has some pieces around him. And I think people don't appreciate the kind of athlete and the skill set that Daniel Jones has.
Open man is tight end Tyler Warren. And he'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
To the left side and taken in by down. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
In motion comes Pittman. Again, they'll throw with Jones. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 9. Again, it's Jones. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Fuller. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Now for the point after.
Lining up for the extra point.
His kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Colts nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they are obviously still smarting from that pick 6 a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hole. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Right back to Warren again. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. A.J. Terrell up for the tackle. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 3rd and 2. Gun, it's Jones. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Taylor. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Falcons' 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Jones. Look at that. Slipping across his body and connected. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
That one into the hands of Downs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense. So give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
The Colts are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal. He'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And that is punt in the end zone. He's in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Here's Michael Badgley for the point after. The kick is good. And the Colts will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Carter on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
Yeah, probably the biggest surprise of the 2024 draft was the Falcons making Michael Penix Jr. the 8th overall pick. Because remember, only a few months earlier, Mike, the big news, they signed Kirk Cousins to the big free agent contract, and then they turn around and they draft the future. So going into this year, there is no question. Michael Penix Jr. is the face. He's the future of that Falcons organization. And in their mind, they think this year they're in a position to compete, and they want to compete now.
London brought in motion. On second down, here's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So on fourth down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. And they're able to bounce back with that touchdown on the last drive, making up for the brutal start with a pick six on their first possession. Jones keeping this one. And a short pickup, too. About the 42-yard line.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Now a play fake. Jones. Side to down. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground. You break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Jones. That one complete to Pierce. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's First and goal coming up.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick six earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
So push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. Throwing now is Jones. This one caught at the floor. And he's in. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Indy.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's Badgley for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Falcons 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Carter on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pickup of 8 out to the 33-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Robinson, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in. And he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
On the return is Gould. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
At their own 20.
The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Catch made, that's Pittman. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That pickup good for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Throwing, Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
He's made his presence felt throughout this opening quarter. They better figure out a way to slow him down defensively. Otherwise, he's in store for a monster game.
Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Jones. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Jones now on 1st down. That's going to be incomplete. And they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
On the give, this is Taylor. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. 14-7 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts with the football to start this 2nd quarter. It is 3rd and long as we are ready to get back underway. Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal drop. This one from 49. Badgley's kick is good. And the Colts build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. On play action, Penix. Forced out wide. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. He's tackled there by Quinnipiac.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Atlanta.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Falcons.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
We'll go play action now with Penix. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Gxlden with the catch. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Romo's kick is good. And the Falcons are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Gxlden now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbound.
It's a gain of 14
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. Woo! He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Indianapolis.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Taylor. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always,
what a move! He's in! Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Gxlden now attack on the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts move out to a 24-10 lead.
24, Falcons 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Carter on the return. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. The Falcons offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Robinson, the ball carrier. Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Another run here for Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
On 3rd down, Penix. Next to pitch, the tight end. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass, and that's where the quarterback went with the ball.
And the lefty Penix on 1st down. The catch is made. It's Agnew. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Penix on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. He is down at the 14, but will have the first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Escaping to his left. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Extra point try forthcoming.
Lining up for the extra point.
It's up and through. And the Falcons back within 7. It's 24-17. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. There's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Jones gonna hang on to it here. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's able to get it to the 37-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
This is an area of Daniel Jones' game, Mike, that I think people often overlook. He is sneaky fast, and when he gets out into open space, very rarely can anybody catch him.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Indianapolis.
First down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. But they stop him for no gain.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Gun, it's Jones. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. That catch puts him over 100 yards for the game, and we still have another half to go. That catch picks up the first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's Taylor.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half.
At the 23-yard
We're back
line.
to Berlin right after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Jones. He'll step up and run this. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
5-yard line.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he'll They'll take this down to the 2, but a good tackle there. Going to set up 3rd and goal.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. Back to throw is Jones. He puts it up, and it's caught. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Here's Badgley for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Falcons 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. The pressure gets there as down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. DeForest Buckner getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
To the right, that's Pitts. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense. This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he's into a slide to avoid the contact, does so successfully, and it's a 1st down. So, halftime, straight ahead, and we'll send it to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the 2nd half. Agnew on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Flag. It's Penix. Open man. He's got Agnew. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a 1st down.
Falcons.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd down, they need 7. They're going to go play action with Penix. Throw across his body is complete. And he will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
An extra point attempt to follow.
For the extra point.
The kick is good. And the Falcons will cut the deficit to 7.
Falcons 24.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Gxlden. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Jones to throw on 3rd and 1. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Colts first down.
Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On the move, past the 40. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
16 more yards.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
1st and 10 at the
You know, Mike, these
35-yard
crossing
line.
routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jones. Short one, and it's caught by Warren. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for.
Oh, looks like he had the first down, but the ball is out. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery. It always feels like it's a safe play. Just have the quarterback keep it, get that first down, try to extend it. But here, it's not free, and the defense will take over.
Yeah, the priorities of a quarterback sneak, Mike, are A, get the first down, B, protect yourself, but C, protect the ball. And he was not able to do the 3rd part of that act, and he's going to cough it up now and give the ball right back to this defense.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On play action, Penix. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Latu getting in for the sack. And that's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
It's a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Jones. Forced out wide. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. Hayden Ellis in on that stop.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll go again here with Taylor. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. So, on fourth down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. For the left side, he gets back to Mooney. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 85 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Not going for two, they'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. And the Falcons will even the score here in the third.
31-31.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Now Jones throwing on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
A fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
On second down, Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On third down, Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
He gets free. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back. 76 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And they get the great bonus of scoring on special teams. This time the punt return unit able to put 6 up on the board.
And what we see here, Mike, is just a breakdown in the coverage. They talk all week about fanning the field, controlling the returner, keeping them on your inside arm. In this case, 2 guys get stacked behind each other. They leave just enough space for this returner to operate in, and the next thing you know, they're looking at him in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll go play action now with Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with second and long, third and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again. On the ground, it's Robinson. He'll
will get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Kenny Moore there to make the play.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Jones operating out of the pistol. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Falcons' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Now a toss play for Taylor. And he's going to be close to the first down. Out of bounds, just a little short. They need to pick it up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to sneak it here. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's done enough. They convert on 3rd down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Shotgun now for Jones. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Gun, it's Jones. He gets this one complete to Pittman. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Again, it's Jones. His throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Badgley now to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts will extend this third quarter lead.
Colts 45, Falcons 31.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He takes off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Atlanta.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They run over center with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A quick throw on this RPO and Downs has it. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
Xavier Watts on the tackle. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Taking off, he'll try to get there. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Indianapolis.
It's a gain of 20.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. They go right back to Taylor. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he'll take this one in. Allen Pierce. Touchdown, Indy. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Badgley for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
34.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. To throw is Penix. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on first down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. And here's Bijan. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Gxlden was the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Take the handoff. Now Jones. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one into reach.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4. An injured player on the field, and it's the running back, Jonathan Taylor. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Jones to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick 6 in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
3rd and goal. Throwing, Jones. Here's a screen set up for Abdullah. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
Well, when you call a screen play, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. you're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal drop. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts will extend their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Agnew on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. He'll step up and run. It's a gain of 16 and very quickly a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Plant. It's Penix. That's caught. Right side. It's London. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains. 19 for this one.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. That is Nick Cross up from the secondary to record the sack.
And it's really been their inability of the offensive line to keep the quarterback upright. And it's a big reason why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Atlanta.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Penix going to throw again. The catch is made. It's Agnew. And it'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Big Rover Stewart in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
from back at the 13-yard line. It is 2nd and goal. Here's Penix. This one caught just past the pylon. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The extra point by Romo is good. And the Falcons are able to edge a bit closer.
Falcons 41.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now Jones. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 15.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Josh Down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. On play action, Penix. And is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. The shotgun. It's Cousins. That's to Mooney. Complete right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Robinson. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Second and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. Open man, he's got Agnew. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
And it's 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Cousins to throw. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers, we have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The extra point try forthcoming. His kick is good. And the Falcons will cut the deficit to 7.
55. Falcons 48.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense ready to take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Abdullah. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. From the gun, it's Jones. And they'll go into a slide here. They're going to mark him just a little short of the 1st down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's down. Whistles here with another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. A run here with Abdullah. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Shotgun now for Jones. The throw on the run is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it's a win for the Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Gxlden and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The crowd loved it. Not ready to go home just yet. What a night. As we say, so long from Berlin.